Dom, congratulations, a fantastic 4-0 win over Neil Robertson in the second round of the BetVictor Welsh Open. You must be absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, I am. It's a bit of a blur, really, because you don't expect to beat somebody like Neil 4-0. I did have a slight advantage on the head-to-heads. I think I was 5-4 up on him in matches, so extend that to 6-4 now. So obviously I know I can beat Neil, but you've got to put these top players under pressure, and today I managed to do that.
The sort of head-to-head records, do you pay any attention to them going into the matches?
None at all, absolutely, especially now, because I really don't practice much these days. I do about an hour and a half in the club every day. I'll never play at weekends, so if I have a match on a Monday, tough. I'll do a lot of practice at venues on the brand new cloths. They're beautiful, and I try and hone my skills, on the practice tables, as I say, in venues just ahead of my matches, and it seems to be working. I'm having some good results this season, well, particularly now.
I was going to say, how is that practice going? Obviously you had a great run at the shootout all the way to the semi-finals. Great run here into the last 32 of your home tournament. It's been going really well for you.
Yeah, I don't practice much, but I practice on my own terms when I've had enough. Because it's drudgery. I've been playing the game for 31 years as a pro. It's a long time, and practicing, all the same sort of routines you've been doing time and time again for decades is tough to do. And I know a lot of the players at a similar age to myself are struggling as well to put the time in. You've got to live a normal life at some point, and I do that now. I have done for sort of 2 or 3 years, and the problem is it's taken sort of a year, 18 months for me to psychologically play matches and understand that I'm going to lose a lot of matches because I don't practice, and I've just got to accept it. I want to accept it. I don't want to feel the hurt and the pain of a poor defeat when I'm in a winning position, and that's the thing I've managed to sort of just about get on top of now. If I lose a match, it doesn't hurt me now, and that's the problem when you're a sportsman. There's a lot of highs and lows for a number of years, and it takes it out of you.
But then also on the flip side, that psychological preparation for losing makes moments like these so much better.
It does, yeah. I suppose when I win a match like that, I do experience a bit of a high. But I've won matches before and won tournaments before, so I'm old enough now to temper that enthusiasm a little bit. It's I accept what I've done. I'm delighted with what I've done, but I'm still in the tournament. I've got another match to focus on, and another player to try and get the better of.
What does this tournament mean to you? You played in almost every iteration of it since 1993 when you had the first one you played in. I think you've played in every single one since then. And so, as a Welshman yourself, what does the BetVictor Welsh Open mean to you?
It's a fantastic event. I'm absolutely delighted that it's come to North Wales because Welsh people are very patriotic, and I mean, we all love Cardiff and Newport. It's wonderful to be in South Wales in the big cities. But it's lovely to be up here in North Wales in Llandudno as well, because fabulous outdoor swimming pool called the sea. But it's beautiful, it's very picturesque, and it's lovely for the North Wales crowd to experience top level snooker here, and it's been superbly attended. The ticket sales are through the roof, which is obviously great to see, and I'd love to see it come to North Wales again, maybe in that other place called Llanfair
We'll get on the phone to the tourist board and get us there. Do you still get the same buzz walking out in front of a Welsh crowd as you did sort of 30 years ago when you were playing in this tournament for the first time?
Subconsciously you're aware it's a Welsh crowd, but you focus on playing somebody like Neil Robertson or Ronnie when you're playing. You focus on who you're playing and the general atmosphere. But subconsciously, it's a Welsh crowd, it's a Welsh Open, and all of this and all of that. But there are enough things to deal with when you play out there on the big stage. You can look an idiot if it's easy to play poorly and get hammered, just as it is to play well and things go your way. And you never know which side of the coin you're going to be faced with on that particular day. But it's just great to play in front of a big audience, because if you can't perform well in front of an audience like this, you're not cut out for sport, because there is a genuine fear of audience demophobia. If you don't like crowds and everything, not everybody likes playing in front of a big crowd, but you have to if you want to excel at any sport.
Is that something you've had to deal with sort of in the earlier stages of your career? Is it something you've got better at, playing in front of big crowds?
I'm always a bit of a showman, a natural exhibitionist, but yes, you're a little bit trepidant when you're playing the top stars for the first time in your career. You don't expect to beat them. You've never played them before. You're very inexperienced, and you've got a lot to learn. So you're probably going to come off second best. So you need to enjoy it. And if you're a young player trying to make your way in any sport, those defeats, you've got to learn from them, not let them hurt you and harm you and sort of put you off the practice and the hard champions. When somebody like Neil, I've just defeated him, he's the sort of guy who'll get right back on the horse, work hard on his game on the practice table. At the end of the match there, I shook his hand, because I'm big friends with Neil. I love Neil's style of play. I think he's a wonderful player. And when we shook hands at the end, I said, Neil, do me a favour, never forget what a fantastic snooker player you are, because I know he's not getting the results he'd like to get at the moment. It's just 2 or 3% in his game that he needs to find, and that will improve his confidence, and he'll start getting back to winning tournaments, I hope.
Lovely words indeed. Up next for you, Yuan Sijun. He had a really good result earlier on against Stephen Maguire, a very experienced player himself.
Yeah.
How will you prepare for that match in the next sort of day or so?
I'll just do a little bit of practicing. I've obviously played a match out there now, so that's practice alone, an hour and a half, 2 hours, or I don't know how long the match was, so I won't play any more today. I don't know when I play Yuan Sijun yet, I haven't had a look, but I'll do some practice ahead of it. Obviously I'm doing all the TV work, the commentary work and the studio work. I enjoy that very much. So yeah, I mean, I shall try and prepare for that as best I can. I don't know if I'll be centre stage that time playing him, I doubt it. Depends how some of the other top players get on, I guess, but of course I'd rather play him than Stephen Maguire. I know Stephen's struggling a little bit at the moment, he keeps chopping and changing cues, but what a fantastic player he is, and certainly has been for so long. You'd obviously be happier playing Yuan Sijun, but he's a great player himself, and if I don't perform I'll lose, so I've got a job to do.
Well, Don, congratulations and best luck in the next round.
Thank you very much.